Hello, beautiful fellow human beings. Man, I've been sitting at this desk for a good minute, but managed to finally, oh man, I should have left them out. I found the box, one of the first boxes of hooks I decorated for my dad like 15 years ago. I didn't even remember that box, honestly, but trying to tie a blue head, which is a reef fish that is pretty common to see in the rock piles here. And yeah, this was the first attempt. Trying to keep the flash to the back and to the sides, and it's not going very well. But man, time is melted by. I guess it's been like a minute, so trying to I don't even know anymore. Try to like plan for stuff, but kind of all falls apart every time. So yeah, time just really has been melting by faster than usual. I mean, today is this is why I haven't popped on at all. I'm just more blank than I've ever been possible. Case in point. Anyways, I was fixing to tie some crapper bait fish. Got my mail today, so a little stoked on that. The crapper from Flysmith is a limited time item, or it's only going to be available for a limited time, so that's what I was trying to say. So I wanted to grab a few more packs of that. This is the black grizzly, and pretty over the moon with it, honestly. I just got a pack of the white grizzly and the pearl, or the flash, last time, but this got the others, and man, so fixing to just make a little bait fish with these guys. Since yellow is the complementary color to purple, figured it would be ideal. I was gonna do like a bucktail flash, buck-tailed flat. What am I trying to say? What am I trying to say? Craft Deceiver, Jesus. I've been watching a lot of videos on this. Well, like deceivers with all kinds of tails. Real nice. Flash tail deceivers. I'll do like one of those Bubba Gump parodies, but for deceivers. I don't even know if like I have thoughts right now. It certainly doesn't seem like it. Let's see. What do I need? Who am I? Yeah. Okay. Saying okay out loud does not help. Hello, hey Victoria. Man, I'm slowly coming back to life. Yeah, I still can't get on a decent sleep schedule. And I actually was ready around like 10:30. It was a little before 11. And I've been sitting here ever since. It's like time does not exist. I hate being like self-aware through the, cause I guess I'm very self-aware if time's like melting by, cause it is like, I wish I was more adequate at documenting those kind of things. But yeah, I got the crafter. There's more too. This is, and I did get more of the white and grizzly. Pretty ideal for this area. And I will get them down eventually, so I'll be prepared for whenever that happens. But man, these are really glorious. So I should look up the colors, but there's this one also, which is just like the purple one, but kind of like a bluish gray. I like the different size bars. Get some nice texture. And I also forgot what this one is called, but ho 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 ho. I hope these are around for a long while. Hello, Katie. About to make or tie fly rather. I was gonna keep going with these blue heads in the rock piles here on the coast. I needed to make some more flash or something on the sides, but make a few different ones. Because now I am slightly down the street, so I should have tested more offs there. And this one's a little sloppy. This was the first attempt, but I was even gonna just do a blue head and a green tail, like as simple as possible. But they're not really everywhere. You just I always see them by themselves, and not every time they're my favorite. I haven't gotten a nice picture of them yet because they dart around pretty fast. I forgot. Yeah, it's been rough. And on top of that, like, oh man, like being an only child sucks. I will say that as much as I need to cope or whatever, because it genuinely does. And what was I gonna say? What aspects of the suck was I going to bring up? The the black and gray would be really nice too. So shoot, I forgot. Oh, the funeral arrangements. So my dad wasn't really religious, like at the ends, like, you know, was asking questions and stuff. But I don't think the denomination of cemetery really matters. I just didn't want to be cremated. And so I'm trying to do everything I can to avoid that from happening. And everyone else is like, well, we might have to just do that. It's like, I might have to like throw a tantrum or something. No, just kidding. that'll be last resort. No, I'm just kidding, but yeah, it's brutal because it's like thousands. Shoot, I should be looking at this more. Yeah. I can't remember the last time I, they look like pheasant capes. They're just craft fur. And, it's really hard I mean, there's loads of craft fur online, but see, I don't have a local fly shop. I do, it's an hour away. I haven't been there in person yet. Jumbled that up a little bit, but I really like the craft fur. It's super versatile and let's see, byproduct, the dubbing that usually comes with, pretty nice. I was thinking of maybe, well, yeah, there's like loads of other things. I just like, my mind is like dead silent, but not in like a peaceful, tranquil way, in like a can't focus like type of way. I think this might have been a little bit unnecessary. I mean, rather than just throwing it on the desk, I guess. Use it as a marker for the length. Don't want this one super long. I was looking at this one dude's flat wings. Patriot Flies had pictures of like his business flyer, and with the pictures, thankfully, man, I really like the idea of the flat wings because the movement, it's like a self-presenting fly, because man, I haven't oh, my brain wasn't melted. Should also get better flash. Like, the more I fixate on it, the worse it gets. What the hell? That's not good. It look a lot better if there's some warm water, but I don't know, I'm trying a new thing, and I've been trying to singe names into my mind so I could, like, give credit, because I was watching a video last night, and dude was like, keep the flash up so it doesn't roll around the hook. Hey, thank you for thank you for typing it, because I keep meaning to look up the stages of grief, but I haven't gotten there yet, because I was curious. Yeah, this is quite possibly the most stubborn person on planet Earth. Like, I wish he could have been studied before he went, honestly. And I mean that with highest respect. I don't know, like, it was a, it's just surreal, I guess. Surreal still. But thankfully the instructions are pretty dang easy, so I'm sure Lise knows that. Try not to get all the under fur because that has a nice purple. Still gotta get new scissors. Which, been waiting for the calf hair for a fly smith, because, I mean, I might be a little overboardish with materials. It is very satisfying to discover new materials, because shit, like, most of them are still new to me. Like that ripple flash, ripple fibers. Whew. I don't know how, like, the good, like, a proportion sweet spot yet, but when I do, because I'm super, oh shoot, let me zoom in. My eyes are fried. I've just accepted it as my fate. Fried eyes. I always wondered too, like, if I should leave this or try to trim it. And finally I heard mentioned, which I'm sure it's been mentioned here and there, but, like, you know how you can watch the same video and each time notice or hear or pick up on something different? Is that always that even or uneven? Light. I also have to find a straw, but I don't really need one. I've been saving, like, every dime I come across or I've been putting away, like, every bit to either try to get this boat going or, like, knock out something so I can start focusing on something else, but you gotta have a reason to want to do this, all the something else's, so anywho, and it just can't sit any longer. I was digging outside, so my hands are still stained. The cutting I planted out back is huge now. My neighbor called it southern hibiscus cheese. Is this moving? I don't think I'm noticing when it moves, because I'll watch it for a while. And then it's just in a different heat. I gotta get a better hang on this desk. It's fall now. Well, like, not technically. I'm not sure when it's technically fall, actually. Yeah, it's amazing what, like, I guess any big loss does. I remember very little, like, not like memories, like, even like song names or stuff like that. Just aware of that, I guess, is all. And, it was like expected, ow, but also not expected type of thing. I had another little idea, but like everything else, I totally forgot. Wake up elsewhere. I guess if I could wake up anywhere, it would be Palm Beach Shores, or Singer Islands, or Northwoods Shores. Well, neighborhood, I guess. Neighborhoods. This area. Well, like an area up the way. I have not been successful in finding a canoe. There's a Gnu here. However, it needs registered, I guess. Which, why? It's just like a... So, I have to do that. Also, I have to figure out how to, repair fiberglass, which needed to do that anyway. Never had that bad of an experience with... Fuck. Son of a snatch. I really need to get better at this thread damming. Whew. That feels real. Oops. Oh, yeah. Also got the wax. Trying to not do what I did last time. Desk is a true mess currently. usually, but I think it starts, well, I did this earlier, but it's that fly I started, I just never finished it. There's some bucktail, but it was too short, so there's some peacock curl in there. Yeah, I'm really wanting to get a sounds or better with colors. Hey, Michael. Yeah, that's brutal. My mom also, I've had to move back into my parents' house to care for my mom, who during the whole shit show of a spamdemic, what have you, I don't even, anyways, she fell into a coma over a month, and it like destroyed her eyesight and a lot of other stuff, so she can't drive or anything. And they were both really like codependent, I guess you can say. But yeah, it's been a really rough last few years, family-wise, for a lot of people. Element can't figure out. And you just end up like cyber goth hand dancing for a second. Oh, I need scissors. Anytime I do look to get some scissors, like it's really hard to pass by materials. Cause like I still got 1 point. Shoot, I forgot flash. So after, man, I am really losing my mind. I cannot remember shite. Which kind of been like this for a while. Cause pretty much had to like, man, I miss calls. Like I feel like anybody in my generation or the generation after just misses calls and texts back, you know? So, but for the last few, like year really, I couldn't miss a single call. It's just, like you can't, like rest fully. Let's see. I really like the yellow. I wish you could see it on the camera, but it's this ashy purple, and the yellow bleeding into that is real nice. I'm glad I sat here for like 4 hours and silent. Anywho, I'm good though. Tis what tis. Life is always going to be extremely real. Yep. That's a nice color. So, shoot. This might have to wait for the next one. I'll just see if it will look good. Yeah. So the next one is gonna, because I wouldn't have even been able to do it here. I want to add some lead and some cheeks with this. And this green olive long ice flash. Sweet. Not sweet because I forgot flash. Dang it. I guess I'll just add it. Yeah, it'll be fine, right? Okay. Then I was wondering, I need to figure out like how to tie off wire leader. I have a bunch of hose from breathing machines of various types, and it was all gonna be thrown away, but I couldn't help but think now was my chance to finally make some CUDA tubes, because I cannot figure out a way to cut the extension cord without hacking my shite up. And I have drilled into my fingertips before in my youth, and those days are long gone, so I'd rather not slip on some heavy duty rubber or plastic. I'm out of the scalpels, so I can't cut into it. I use scalpels for wire stripping. So I get some electrical wire that has that plastic coating. Use scalpels. And also use those anytime you need a X-Acto knife. Way sharper. Get a huge box of them. And I'd rather a huge box of this than the blades. Sorry, planet, or what have you. But anywho, this, I mean, you know, I'm not even gonna keep going into that again. It just seems self-righteous or some shit. I never bought anything used for years, damn it. Fly tying materials is, and yeah. And I try to stay responsible with that. Every now and then I indulge in the destruction of our lives. But dang it, I totally forgot what I was saying. Oh, I should use green. I need to get that bit of wax that was there, and I did successfully. Okay, so it's almost there. And since I suck at thread damming it, which is, it's, I heard it referred to it as that once, and I've been referring to it like that ever since. I forget the video, but he just says bucktail a lot and thread dam it a lot. And it was a beautiful hollow fly. I wish I remember names better. Anywho, the, yeah, like poofed out too much, but after there's some resin and eyes, get like the exact shape that you want. And could even like flatten it at that point, which I really want to figure out a few other ways to shape the heads and bodies for like kind of the wider chunky fish. I really appreciate that, Victoria, and a huge heads up because I always feel self-conscious. I call everyone man, so sometimes I feel bad when I say hey man and then it's a lady, and I think it's because my name is Jaime, and all the Jamies I've ever met were dudes, and like when people respond to me in comments, like in comment like section replies and stuff, they always presume I'm a dude, and which Jaime Lyn sounds like more feminine than like I would assume at that point it was like a lady name, but yeah. I get a kick out of that though. Which maybe it's the spelling. I'm trying to think of what color eyes. I wish I had green ones. Oh, and well, unrelated, but I just felt like holding that up. It's so close to the color. Care Bears 2, the movie, there's a scene where the ladies turn to crystal or something. I don't remember all that much. I remember it was glorious. Not the fact she was turned to crystal. That was a little traumatizing, but the effect that they use, like a crystal, that era, that pinkish, reddish, orange, so nice. Got more peccary. That was all. I don't want to say it because it sounds really harsh, but my mind is so blank that I need harsh words to describe its state. But man, that felt good, so I may find a bigger hook. I think I have a pot, yeah. That's so after not tying a while, sometimes things will be totally different sizes than I remember, and that was the biggest hook. I only have 2 sizes of these ultra points, which I really like them. they're like the perfect shape. Not the, like the ultra point part isn't just the shape and shank length that perfect. Been looking for that for a long time. But again, I forgot what was in there. Let's see if I have it in between. I'm not sure if that's well. Will force me to film. Oh, nice. These are just eagle claw. I also just probably should not have gotten a lot, but the person got the supplies from an estate sale, and man, it has like 10 bucktails in it. And I just ordered a few because I've been slowly building up colors so I could do more gradations and that. And I did the math. A little bit. Oh, and okay, so I didn't, yeah. Anywho, this is spider silk, hand harvested. I don't know how Flysmith gets his hands on these types of materials, but holy trucks. Hand harvested by blind women in the Ozarks. I'm just kidding. Do you see how thin that is? Oh. So this is the 7040, which I usually tie with the 105. Salty. Where did it go? And also gel spun polyethylene. It's like spider silk. I do have some super tiny hooks, and I bulk up instantly. And they're not super tiny. They come way smaller. However, maybe with that. But man, I've never, as like even just a hobbyist crafter, I've never seen thread this thin. This feels historical for some reason. So 105 miles. What is this? Y'all. Tanzania. 32 115 yards. It's crazy looking. It looks like 3D printed like material. Like the striations. Yeah, for real, Victoria. It makes it really, really nice because I get option paralysis pretty immediately, especially with how fruitful the vast sea of fly tying materials is. And I've been trying to narrow it down to like 2 or 3 shops for the last few months, and at the very beginning I was living in the middle of nowhere, and dirt broke because I was living in the middle of nowhere, and as a vendor. But let me think. God, I missed that canal. I totally forgot. But anyway, the narrowing down of shops And on just real quick, on top of all that is just surreal as is the materials world, I guess. Like, hairline, it is hit or miss or what have you. However, it blows my mind that it exists. Like, the materials are so expansive, and their technology at that point, like gears or springs, it blows my mind every single day. Even the last few days, I haven't tied much. I mean, a few things here and there. Mostly just watched videos and poked around them. Still looking for EP brushes. There's a good example. Have not been able to land on a single EP brush. There's just too many. And one day I'll be able to think, but these last 6 years is probably God. Man, ever since the world shut down, it just I've thought different and like tried to, you know, I just try to make the most out of every out of every moment possible, every moment coherent, you know, make the most of it. But man, the longer you're on this planet, the realer it gets. I also got some easy or Z-Mint. Pretty stoked on that. Oh, sorry. And like, you know, the stuff is just brilliant. Like brilliant. For instance, Spirit River makes shells, like a plastic wrap. I just have to measure these and figure out what sizes theirs are. So I have some nice details on it, but pre-cut foam, shrimp bodies from Flysmith, and there's a few different types of shrimps. Of course, I got the tropical scrimps, and these are made by Up Avon. Which one of the issues that I've had with most of my shrimps are the foam itself, cutting it either too wide or too narrow. And yeah, so I used that to justify these, and real stoked on giving those a go. And upavonflyfishing.co.uk is them. Yeah, I wish my train of thought would return, that's for sure. I don't think it could have been 2 weeks. Like, there's no way that much time went by. Just blows my mind every, yeah. My eyes, like, they're just so bruised feeling. So this wax is the Keen White Buttery. Yeah, like toffee. Smelt something in that before. The waxes are pretty interesting. They're specific formulas, if you will. They have recipes and stuff. I wish I could tell you more currently, but man, it's I think I described my train of thought currently like a whiteboard, like an old whiteboard, and my thoughts are just like stains of previous ones. Whoops, my bad. I don't mean to blind you. But oh yeah. Victoria. See, there's a few of the really cheap stuff like which holy shit. I saw the same $40 on Amazon kit today on eBay for like $80. Ooh. But I tell you what, the thread in that thing I